Hello, hello. This is Casper, aka the Friendly Ghost. Sorry, I meant Magic 8 Baller. I thought I'd be doing this without my face today and just my hands talking, because sometimes you can get distracted by my beautiful looks. No, that is not what I meant. So yeah, I'm thinking that we're just going to look at my talking hands with the slight delay, and instead you will focus your attention on whatever I have on the table. And already you may wonder what we are doing, in case you didn't read the headline, of course. So, what we're going to do is that we are going to play solo, Hackmoor solo, my hack of Quackmore, my own hack of my own game, which is a hack of Blackmoor. And I thought about it, and I thought I wanted 2 to 4 characters. Currently, I have 3. We might roll a 4th. It might be too much with 3. Sorry, with 4, I mean. So these characters to the right are the player, sort of the characters in the solo play. I rolled them beforehand. I'm going to go through them in a second. Then I have my dice tray here with the turn trackers. I will not have this on all the time. I will, oops, sorry, only use this probably for dungeons and such. It's just to show what I got here. So I might as well put it away, because I'm just thinking that I want to use the dice here on the mat here. What else? Yeah, and then of course the battle mat. Going to use that together with some tokens when we have combat. And then we have down here to the left, in the left corner, we got the hex map of the area. And one thing that I thought about, because this is called Hackmoor, and I intentionally, or not intentionally, the idea was initially to play it in the Blackmoor campaign setting, but I changed my mind and I want to have it in my own setting. That is completely legit way to do it. Even Arneson says that, because some people might like to draw their own maps. So I think I might be, when not dungeoneering, I'm thinking of having the map up here actually. It gets a bit more attention when we are going dungeon delving. I'm just going to what do you call lower it down, I think. Yes. So what else? Let me go through some of the stuff that I used before I actually introduce the characters. Because my rules, my hack isn't completely done yet, I will from time to time using white box to have some stand-in rules when sometimes I will make rules on the fly, and sometimes I will use white box sort of as a stand-in rules. I have a bunch of extra dice here in case I need that. And then also, I think I'm just not only think, I know I will be using my favorite RPG book, The Monster Overhaul by Scribbles. This is a practical bestiary by Scribbles. Genius. Work of a genius. And then I will also, from time to time, be using Madeline Hale's Table Fables 1 and 2. They are filled with random tables whenever I need that. And one more, I'm going to pick it up. This one. And essentially this one. Because for this one is also Madeline Hale, full of magic items. It's a hefty one. You can see the size of it. Because the reasons why I also use these two here, because they are full of humor. And I like to add humor to my games. And this is Osric. What I'm using in here, it's so insane how small the letters are in this book. I really, really need my old man glasses. But what I will be using in here is the random procedural dungeon generator. It starts here. Here. Dungeons, towns, and wilderness. So this is a procedural dungeon generator. Yeah. So, but I will be using the online version of it, made by Scribbles, not Scribbles, sorry, made by Level Drain. And yeah, and because I'm not an OBS expert, I use OBS for setting up my game here, or the video details. I do have some problems with the rendering or with the capturing or something, so you can see that I once in a while get these lag spikes. I still haven't figured out the optimal proper setting, so you have to bear with that. And also, God damn it, I forgot that I wanted to use my microphone. So what I'm going to do now, before I talk too much, I want to set up my pro microphone. So one sec. Okay, I got it set up. Let me just show you. So that is my microphone, and that is me, and I'm going to turn my there and hide myself behind my character there. Okay. I think. Oh, sorry, I'm touching the microphone now. It might. Oh, hang on, my. I need to adjust my mic. There we go. So, oh yeah, the characters. Let me run through the characters. And actually I want to start somewhere else. You can see the hex map up there. I also got this version here. So we start in the center. This adventure starts in the center village on the map. And this is the not all the hexes, because it goes all the way up to 37. I haven't numbered the hex maps all the way in the perimeter around the hex map, those outer ones. But it goes all the way up to 37. I've got the first inner 19 of those hexes. I got them sort of detailed out here. It's not to say that there can't be more in those hexes, but this is sort of the hexes explained sort of in short what we have. So as you can see, it's primarily grasslands we got here, and some mountains to the north, and a bit of marshland to the south, and a bit of forest to the south, some more mountains to the west, and yeah, that's basically it. Only a few hills on the right side. We got one dungeon, which I played through in the two previous videos, and that is the Quaking Court of the Cockroach Chalice dungeon, I should say. So what I'm thinking that we perhaps will discover a new dungeon, or maybe go deeper in that one. We don't know yet. There are perhaps one or two more dungeons in that area. There are, weirdly enough, also just one lair. As you can see on the map, there might be some either dungeon or lairs in the far reaches of the hex map. We don't know yet. I haven't made that yet. Also, I should say I got my yes/no oracle over here. And then I got the characters, but before I go through them, I should also say that from time to time, to help me generate the what do you call it? The prompts for my for my solo play. I have several different sorts of these kind of prompts, but I watched a few videos where this was used, and I thought it looked quite good. So I'm going to use the what I'm going to use of this one are the sort of the maybe dungeon names. I like that. Not the dice oracle. I'm using my own oracle, but I'm going to use the prompts here for whenever I have open questions. So, for instance, when I want to ask, what could I use an example? For instance, why did the merchant leave town? And then I would roll on these tables. I would roll a verb and a noun. So 33 for a verb would be investigate, and then the noun 5 is vice. Maybe he, yeah. I mean, then I would have to come up with interpret that those two prompts, the verb and the noun. And I don't know what this particular example could be. Maybe he had a customer who was really, I don't know, he wanted to investigate why his customer was I don't know, stealing from him. I don't know. Whatever, really. So let me just keep it there. So usually the last few times when I've done solo play, it has been just so, you know, in the last couple of Hackmoor videos and Quackmoor, has just been dungeon delves. And those are sort of, when you play dungeon delve solo, it's sort of more, just more procedural and don't ask oracles as much. And this is a much more narrative way to play, a more story-driven solo. And I thought that it was a long time since I've tried that. I've done it a lot in the past. But yeah, because I thought I pretty much showcased the rules in the two first videos, and I thought I wanted to take it a notch further and to see where we could take the game. So, okay, now to my characters. And the reason why I rolled the characters beforehand. Okay. The reason why I rolled them beforehand is that I thought we could sort of roll up the city together, perhaps, to see if that would give us some ideas for the story. But first off, here we got Bianca, and I should say that they are all three of them level 3 characters. So I have a bit of a chance in the world, because this is a story game where I want to tell a story. I don't want to tell a story where the main characters die after 1 hour. So this would give them a bit survivability to have them level 3. And we can also see what happens at higher levels with the characters. So, Bianca is a halfling fighter, or just a halfling. I added a new, at level 3, I added a new fighter ability. It's called I'm Still Standing. And that is with a blow would have killed you as a fighter, you can do a saving throw. If you pass the saving throw, you still live and you did not lose the hit points. You can do this once per day. So that's a bit of a buff to the fighter class. Yeah, and she is clad in chainmail and has a shield and a spear. That's my favorite halfling setup. I haven't yet come up with any personality for the characters. I'm thinking about giving them one personality trait each. If I roll more, it will be more difficult to have more characters, so I want to keep it simple. Maybe one character trait or something. Okay, then we got the next character here, which is Dargobert. And Dargobert, one of my new classes, he's a Paladin, human Paladin, level 3. Yeah. Ability-wise, he got healing hands. 3 times per day he can heal himself or an ally with 3 HP. He's got miracles, which is cleric spells at level 1. He's got exorcism at level 1, meaning he can turn the undead as a level 1 cleric. But the thing about the Paladin class is that at level, it's all about the Paladin's sacred sword, that is really good versus undead and later on demons as well. And then it also has a command word that will let the Paladin get in a bubble around him, get protection from chaos or evil, as you might know the spell. That is a 10-foot radius, 2-hour spell. Yeah. And it's a one-time use per day. And it's also, I think it's +1 versus undead and +1 versus demons, as it is now. He got some equipment, yada yada yada. So yeah, haven't found out his personality yet either. Anyways, here we got the wizard, the sorcerer, the magic user of the group. Initially, I didn't think I would have third character, but because I kinda like the wizard's class in the game, I thought, oh, we should have one. Yes, two things. If you can't remember wizards or sorcerers in my game, they have invisibility that they can use one time per level per day. So 3 times per day he can turn invisible, and it lasts until he doesn't want to be invisible anymore or until he attacks. And then there's no cast involved in this, he's just doing it. So it's not like the spell, second level spell invisibility. It's just sort of an ability he has. Then if you're a magic user or sorcerer in my game, you have dark seeing, so the sorcerer can see in the dark, and 30 feet I should say. And then the sorcerer also has alchemy, which lets you either once per session you can either, actually not either, sorry, you can do all 3 of them, but you can identify a potion, you can craft a potion, and you can get more out of a potion. So it has double effect. Then he's got a familiar, which is a tiny blue monkey. He got some spells as well. I might give him one more second level spell, because he just got to do this. This is his first level spells, and this is his second level spell. So got sleep, charm person, read magic, detect magic, and knock. The knock spell. I haven't rolled inventory yet. I will do that at a later point. I will pause the video and roll it. I haven't done that yet. But I thought we should get going and roll up the village to see if that give us some ideas for the story. Else we have to refer to something else to find sort of a story. I do have other solo play resources I could use if nothing comes to mind when making the village. So I am, one sec, going to pause this video. So, if you saw the other two videos, you would see that we already rolled the name for the village, and it's called Burnt Market. It's a lovely name for this picturesque, little idyllic village. Placed in the hills or whatnot. The plains, I should say. Let me get a piece of scrap paper out to make notes on. So, the first things first. We have to roll the village size. And it's sort of a multiplier that we use each time we generate something in the village. So 4 is actually a small sized village, which is a size 1. And we're going to write size 1 up here. So the next thing that we have to do is to roll up occupations. There is already in each village both farming and cattle breeding activities. Farm crops, fields and meadows can thus be found. Roll 1d6 to see if the village have an additional occupation. If the result is 1, roll 1d6 to determine what it is and the type of associated building. We're going to do that. Nope, we don't have any other occupation. Layout, I rolled a... Oh. Huh? I should have... Oh, here we go. A 3-sided die. We're rolling the layout, and the layout of the town is a row. Sort of a huge road in the middle with side roads. So we're going to write up here, we're going to write Burnt Market. Yes, layout. Points of interest. Every village has at least one of the following locations. Okay, so we all know that, but location. Here we got blacksmith, beers, market, tavern, and a well. City well. Village well, sorry. Roll 1d20 as many times as the village size to determine the special location of a village. So, because it's a size 1, it's once we're going to do this. 6. What? Castle farm? Ah. Okay. So what? That is sort of telling me that... I think it's sort of telling me that... One sec. Let's have a look at the map, because it says Castle Farm. And I did not roll that the only place... Okay, out here to the left, we got a castle. So it could be a farm belonging to this lord who lives on this castle. So it's sort of owned by that castle owner. And let me have a look. I think I rolled a name for this castle. Castle Horsemist. which is in a worn condition. Castle Horsemist. Okay, so what we can write is that got a castle farm. Special location. It's funny that it's so close to the village. Anyways, then we got town's defense. We are rolling an 8-sided die. We got watchtowers. That implies several. Guards. Roll 1d3 plus 3 and multiply by the village size. Plus 3, so it's 4. Shit, man. Oh my lord. We have watchtowers. I don't know how many, if we have 2 watchtowers, but there are 4. Oh my god. Guards protecting this town only. But what I want to do now is that I want to add already, because this is so silly or little, that we're going to add some sort of guard captain. He could, of course, be one of the 4, but I'm going to add one more. Okay. So the village disposition towards us, towards this party. Interesting. Normally I would roll that if I would enter a town, but let's just see for fun what it is. 4. Oh my. Hostile. That is interesting. I don't think I've ever tried to roll that. Let's go with it. So we are not really... I know, we are not even tolerated, I guess. They're sort of hostile, so we might actually be hiding in this town. This might be... You know what? I'm gonna change that. It could be funny. I'm going to go with neutral. Because this town actually has a neighboring village, or this village has a neighbor village. I haven't, or have I? Have I rolled that up? To the south of here, there's a neighbor village, and it's called the Village of Helenstown. And it's in the forest. I would much rather say that we are hostile to Helenstown, because then we would be sort of hiding here. So I think we are neutral. I'd like the idea that we are being... that the sort of the town has some sort of opposition towards us that is hostile. That could be funny, but not this one, because else it would be hard to get back to the town and whatnot. Okay. Now we are rolling for the ruler's disposition. So I'm going to say that we are on neutral grounds, and what about the ruler? Same as villages. Going to write villages and villages, and then write Maybe I've done it other way around, but okay. What it says here actually, if the village's disposition is neutral, use this table instead. And then I actually rolled hostile. What? I've never noticed that little table there. Or maybe it's been a while since I did this. So if the village's disposition is neutral, use this table instead. Oh my god. So the ruler is not neutral. He is hostile. I'm going to do this the other way around. Villages neutral. Ruler. And we don't know what the ruling system of this village is yet. Ruler is hostile. Oh my god. What a twist. People. NPCs. Roll 1d20 as many times as the village size. 4. We got a beggar who knows a lot. Interesting. See, that is the sort of roles that are nice to have when making a story. Ruler. So the ruler is going to roll here. A merchant. So some sort of merchant. That's really bad news for us, that he's a merchant. They are also the ones who make sure that taxes are paid if the village is located on a domain X. Yeah. Let's not worry about that here quite yet. Secret. Roll 1d6. Check if the village has a secret. If the result is 1, roll 1d12 to determine what it is. I'm going to say that it's secrets and events. I'm going to say that that is both 1 and 2. We have no secret in the village. Unfortunately, events. Yes. Roll 1d6 to see if there's an event. If the result is 1, roll 1d6 on the following table to determine whether the event ended earlier, is happening now, or will take place in the future. Interesting. We need a 12-sided die. No, first we actually yeah, let me keep that. I like that roll. Let me see. It's happening now, in a moment. In a moment. Visit of a notable lord, etc. Interesting. Okay, so one sec. Event. A local lord is visiting the village. And you know what? I'm going to say that it's the lord of the castle. Obviously. And so we have to roll that noble up, of course. And I think that was actually it. I think there's something. And how many people are living here? An average of 100 souls. Okay, so sort of 100 souls, and then right. No, but this is interesting. We got some really cool stuff here. We got beggar who knows a lot. The ruler of this town is a merchant, and the ruler of this town is hostile towards us. Bad news. And there's an event going on now. The local lord is visiting the village. So, what I'm thinking that is the lord of the castle Horsemist. The question is whether it's, it's either, I don't know about his title, but is it a him or her, or is it a couple? I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to say this. If I'm rolling a d6, if it's 1 and 2, it's a married couple that are visiting the town. Maybe it's only one of them visiting, but I'm also going to roll whether they're couple or alone. So I'm going to roll that first. Yeah, and 3 and 4 would be a man, and 5 and 6 would be a woman. So it's actually a couple, but I'm going to make the same roll here. So it's actually the man. If we are thinking traditional relationship here. Okay, so Lord, we have to come up with a name for him. And for that, got just the book. Because in this one, this magnificent book, we got exactly what that was close to the microphone, what we need, because I think there are lords and lord names in here. That is just perfect. If I can't, I think there are lord names in here, or noble names. If we can't find there's also a merchant. We should stick to the book. We need a merchant name as well. Peasant, pilgrim, townsfolk, wizard. Okay, there are apparently no nobles, but there are merchants. So, two things. First off, I'm going to write a merchant's name and then the lord's name. And then the lady's name as well, I guess. So, this merchant who doesn't like us, what's his name? 28. Okay. Phew! I mean, it's a farmer. Oh, I got it now. I got it. So, this village. Where did it go? This castle farm. On the castle farm, our merchant lives. Because I just rolled Yaminah, and her trade goods is cattle, so it's a bit like a cowboy, or you know, the Yaminah. Yaminah's farm. So I'm going to write that. Ruler here is Yaminah. And I'm going to write cattle here. Perfect. And then I'm going to roll in... Is there a knight's name? I thought there would be knights' names. One sec. Haven't given up yet. Oh, there are some. Oh, those are knights' legends. You know what? We're just going to roll on... I have two ideas, because there's one thing here that... Okay. There's mercenary missions also here. But I'm thinking two things. We're going to roll up the reason for the visit of the local lord, and we're also going to roll a merchant's mission, because I think that the guard captain could use some help. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm thinking I'm going to roll on townsfolk to get the noble names. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. So first of the man, and they're of course going to have the same name, last name. 64. What the hell is a gong farmer? One sec. No, I just looked it up, and it's somebody who dug out toilets, sort of, in the Middle Ages. No, that is not. Let's see here. 45. Oh, that's a nice name. It could, of course, just be called the same as the castle. Oh, those are... Okay, so this... One sec. I'm going to... One sec. Yes, I took a small break, and then went back and just had a look at this random lord or noble name generator, and it gave me some pretty generic ones, but one I kinda like. I don't know, it's Sir Aldrick Voss and Lady Evelyn Voss. So, those are the names of the lordships that live at Castle Horsemist. So, yeah. Yeah, and also what I'm going to do, I'm going to just have some different options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll on this epic. Let me just remove this a bit. This, whoa, and also that 150 mercenary missions. 150. No, sorry, 1d50. Duh. So I don't have a d50. How do we do this? Yes, obviously we just roll and cut it in half. I don't know if I rolled. I can't remember. 7. So I'm rounding up, so that would be 4. Okay, these are mercenary missions, so it's it's not so goddamn fitting for a guard captain. I can roll another one, but anyways, this one goes. This convent of nuns has a very important relic. Go steal it for greater glory of the mercenary company. If the saint doesn't want it stolen, you'll probably get smitten by lightning or something. Wow. Okay, I'm going to roll. 66 must be 33. You look like clever people. Invent a terrifying weapon to impress our employees. It only needs to work once during the demonstration. You got a week. Wow. That could also be quite funny. I'm going to roll another one. So that's 13, so that's 7. Okay, that could be a funny one. A diplomatic courier is carrying secret letters to a nearby city. Insert this letter among them. Don't get caught either. That would ruin the whole scheme. It's not really good missions for a guard captain. Seems more like, missions from the guards. Yeah, mercenaries are more like, band of private fighting company, Could I try one more before I go on? 64 must be 32. Ah, okay, this one I like. A wizard's tower along our line of march is supposed to be empty, but something in there keeps lobbing spells at our troops. Fix it. So, I'm going to, of course, say that it's when... Because let's have a look at our map. And this is just to get some sort of extra mission, right? So there is actually a wizard's tower right over here, opposite the castle Horsemist. There's a wizard's tower over here, and maybe when the guards or local watch or something is out and patrolling the area, something from this tower is throwing something at the patrol, or maybe they have to flee for something from whatever it is. We don't know the exact details yet. I kind of like that. So okay, so a supposed empty tower, made a wizard's tower. There's something happening there. I kind of like that idea. And also here, actually I have, one sec. I actually have two options for wizard's tower, because I can roll a wizard here, here, but then I also have the opportunity here to roll a wizard's tower, and in this what we're already using now here, the Sandbox Generator. Here, there's also a way to generate a wizard's tower. See here. So, anyway, so I don't know really what to... Oh, let's go down to again. Okay, so actually I'm a bit... Since I really like the Sandbox Generator, but I know that the monster overhaul is completely funny, so I'm going to use that one. I haven't tried to roll a wizard's tower yet, but the book is so good, so I'm thinking I'm going to use that one. And the wizard in the Sandbox Generator is also a level 9 wizard, so I know that for a fact. So in here, I think we have the opportunity to make different sorts of level. We've got a 2 HD wizard, we got a 4 HD wizard, or a 6 HD wizard. So we have a chance to, if we're going after the wizard tower idea and we need a wizard, this will make it more manageable. So yeah, okay. One last other thing I want to roll before we sort of get to the starting scene is that I want to roll 2 prompts to see why are His Lordship Sir Aldrick Voss in town. Oops. Other than to inspect his farm castle. What? Because I'm thinking he's inspecting his farm castle, obviously. But I want to get some prompts from Solo Dark. Yeah. So let's roll some prompts to see. I'm going to ask, why is his lordship here this day? Why? And also, what I'm interested in the disposition of the village towards the lord. Also, I'm thinking I want to roll his alignment. Yes. Okay. So, first of all, some prompts. 93 for the verb, which will be build. I need build. And 4. Lie. Oh, that's interesting. He's here because he's okay. So this is something I think they might know this, but I think that the Lord here is, he's here to it could be many great things, but either, it's his reputation. He's having, like, what you call it, spreading some sort of propaganda or build lie. Maybe it's something more complex than that. We don't know the details of this yet, but he's here with a foul errand, right? So he's here to build on a lie. Interesting. So I'm going to roll sort of what's the official reason, because I think going to see if I can roll something up that's sounds more official than 54. No, not really. Conceal. 16. Information. Okay, it didn't get any better. So he's maybe let's just say that he's here to do his usual, riding around, striding around on his horse and letting all the peasants clap his horse and whatnot. And he's just here on a, what do you call it? There's a name I'm looking for. I forgot the word. Anyways, but he's just here on... I almost had the word I was looking for. He's here for publicity, he's doing something good, and they watch him donate money or something to someone poor, and then they go and rob him again. Something like that. Okay. Let's see the alignment of this lord. We know that. I as a GM want to know that. Of course, I was thinking lawful, neutral, chaotic. So, that's interesting. He's of course chaotic. Obvious. I think they both are. So he's sort of like the Dark Lord of the Castle Horsmith. So I think that we need some sort of something that kickstarts this event. Why is it I think I have this game unfolding machine by Jensen Vars that would be really good for this. You can sort of, when you have a scene, you can roll a 20-sided die and it comes up with some sort of scene opener. I think I want to use that one, so let me quickly get that up. Yes, I think that... let me get it up for you, actually. It's this one here. So there are some pretty vague ones on here, and there's some pretty good ones. Let's hope I'm not rolling one of the sort of more vague ones. But I think what happens is you use it each time you have a new scene or location. Then you can use it to sort of kickstart the scene. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll a 20-sided die, because what I'm thinking that we are sort of at the tavern. The party is at the tavern, and they, first of all, they've heard about one of the guardsmen, I think, of the town is in here drinking his brains out, and he told the story of this mage's tower to the east, where when he was on patrol there was some strange activity there. I don't think that it was actually that it was spells thrown at them. Maybe it was weird things happening, and there were maybe some lights in the windows at this supposed to be empty mage tower. But he's talking about that, and they sort of overhear that. Anyways, I don't know if the player characters take action on this, but they're going outside the door while this event is going on, because they could hear the townspeople, the chattering of people, and Mary shouting. Actually, are they Mary? What is the what is the disposition towards their lord? Oh dear, should I roll that? I'm thinking they're getting fooled by him, so let's just say they're merrily shouting his name because he's probably throwing out copper coins or something at their feet. I don't know, something like that. And I'm going to roll as we exit the tavern. The party exits the tavern. He's on his parade there with the notable merchant Yaminah from Yaminah's farm, the cattle merchant, the cattle farmer, cattle breeder, and he's sort of riding next to him, sort of smirking. Okay. I'm going to roll this 20-sided die now. So that was a bit of a misroll, actually. Let me... 3. A skill test. A hit or miss test. 1 opportunity. Else try something else. So I'm going to roll on the prompts. Whoops, wrong one. Prompts for this one. I also got prompts in Game Unfolding Machine, but let me go with one sort of oracle for now. What could that hit or miss test be? 89. Guide. 90. Order. What? Guide order. Oh, I have it. Okay, I think I think just as the party opens the door and walk out onto the street, they sort of get eye contact with Lord Aldrick Voss. He does not know the party. The party do not know him. But he sees that they look sort of, you know, experienced. What was it again? I rolled guide, and what was, sorry, I forget what I rolled. Oh my god. Not that one. Guide, order. Okay. So, he's looking at them, and they're looking at him. And then, for a second, he looks like if he's sort of an idea crosses his mind, and he's because he's sort of the lord. He's this area. He sort of has certain power, but I'm thinking also we should remember that the merchant Yaminah is riding on his horse. Yaminah, is that actually a woman's name or a man's name? Could be both, right? I don't. We need to settle that up, I guess. But the thing is that he is hostile towards the party. Let's just call Yaminah him for now. And Yaminah sees this. She's really sort of, you know, aware. And she looks really hostile, I guess, at the party, like with, you know, with, I don't know, we probably have to figure out why they have this disposition. There's this disposition. But she can see that Lord Aldrick Voss has an idea or wants to ask the party something. And he starts talking about, good men, you look like you have one or two adventures behind you. I'm looking for guides of sort. My nephew, blah blah blah, have to needs to travel somewhere, and I could use a guide. Or some assistance for him when he's traveling. So okay, I just came up with this idea that his nephew is probably now at his castle at Castle Horsemist with his wife. But he needs to get home again somewhere, and he needs an escort. Maybe not home, maybe to see something. We don't know. I don't know yet. That's an idea I'm getting here. But I think that Yaminah sort of picks this up, and then she whispers something in the ear of Lord Aldrick. Maybe not something that shows his disposition towards the... because he's also annoyed or frustrated that his lordship should ask a favor of our party. But he's saying something like, because maybe they're going a specific place, and then maybe he's suggesting that they take this dangerous route. Something like that. Because he's telling a lie about... Maybe he wants the... That would, of course, endanger the... nephew as well. I don't know. I'm thinking that this is a sort of could be an idea for an adventure here, but I'm thinking that Yaminah interferes and says that they should take this other route or something. I think I want to stick both with the. I'm going to pause the video in a minute, but I'm going to write down my ideas here, so I have them written out in a more in a manner that's more easy to follow, and get some of the details more specific. Of course, the adventurers have to answer to his yeah, and I thought that it was sort of an order. That was the idea. That's when I rolled guide order. Wait, what did I roll again? Oh my god. I rolled guide order. Oh. Oh. Oh, I have another idea actually. What about that the order is not like an order, but it's more like what do you call it? A fellowship, or an order of, you know, like cultists or something like that. You know what? I'm going to have a quick think about this and then sort of write it down so it's specific. Let's see what I come up with. Okay, so I think I got something here. Yes, scratch all that thing with the nephew. What Lord Aldrick asks the party to do is to aid him, help him, by assisting or guiding a group of holy men currently residing at Castle Horsemist to the ruined temple in Hex 16. Yeah, we do have the... I'm going to point at it here. Here in Hex 16, there is a ruined temple that is south of his castle. So, and also scratch that with Yaminah whispering in Lord Aldrick's ear. You can, but add though that Yaminah is looking quite pissed that Lord Aldrick is asking a favor of the party. So, that is sort of one adventure idea. We have paused the time right now. The other thing is that they could react to investigate the supposed empty wizard's tower to the east. Supposedly empty. Okay, so that is sort of the two quest, or sort of yeah, sort of quest we could do, but there's of course also the thing about a lie. That sounds a bit too complicated for now. So anyways. Yes. One sec. I think we're good to go. Okay, so let us summarize. I just got a cup of tea and some biscuits. And yes. So he asks the party that if they want to aid him with this task, sorry, to guide this group of holy men, which is of course some sort of secret order of maybe secret order of I don't know, basically they're cultists, right? So but it's not right away, because I thought it could be more funny or more easy to go with the travel to the east to investigate the supposedly empty wizard's tower. So that's the other thing, is something they can think about. I think that the Lord Aldrick says that it's not urgent, but that they can maybe he's going to say that next week, if they would be so if they could come by his castle, they could get a night's rest, and he would also, of course, pay them to help those supposedly holy men get to the and of course take care of their safety. Get them to this holy site, and I guess back again to the castle. Anyways, so I think Dargobert, being a paladin, steps up and says, "Holy man, you say?" And he's Dargobert, I think, thinking is sort of tall, maybe almost about 2 meters tall, with long legs, clad in full plate armor. He don't have his helmet on right now. So I think it's yeah. Where is his helm? It might be under his arm. And Lord Aldrick looks at him, and he can see that Dargobert has this the sacred sword of a paladin strapped to his back, or his scabbard, or what you call it. It's sheathted, although on his back, and he says, "Oh, a paladin." And then he makes this gesture of a polite gesture, or not polite gesture. What should I say? This he recognizes the paladin. He doesn't really have. He's not really looking that much at Bianca. He might be sort of looking a bit sideways to Zandor the sleeper who's sort of looking sleepy. And yeah, but it's sort of Dargobert who is sort of their go-to, sort of the head of the party, you could say. And Zandor says, sorry, not Zandor, Dargobert says, a group of holy men, you say. Of course. A paladin always helps other holy men or men of the cloth in times of need. Are they... sorry for asking, are they... this holy site, you say, ruined temple, is this... what is he asking, really? I haven't really figured out the deities and stuff like that yet, but I guess he's asking something about, is that of our common god or something, he asks. And Lord Aldrick, of course, says, yes. It's a very old temple. There's almost nothing left of it, but it's of great importance to my guests to go and study the ruins. Yeah, and Dargobert says, yes, of course. Something like that. Yes. Dargobert says, I think he bows and says, good day to you, sir. We are on our way now, or something like that. And then he sort of gestures to his two party members, or his two companions, that it's best probably now to get going wherever it is they're going. I'm thinking that prior to them leaving the tavern, they talked about to see, to investigate the Wizard's Tower. So that is currently where they are want to go, and we also we actually have to roll the weather, and I'm thinking that it's, I don't know, it's spring, summer-ish, but I'm going to roll, the higher I roll, the better. So 4, which is of course not so good. So, but let's say that it's 4 is not really good at all, I guess. Let's say that it's there's a silent rain and it's a bit cold for the season. And actually it has been raining all morning. But as they're talking with Lord Aldrick, the sun is shining a bit. Okay. Lord Aldrick and Yaminah carries on their parade through Burnt Market. Maybe actually what the Lord Aldrick Voss is promising them, the town people, is, I don't know. No, scratch that. I was thinking about he was offering them a new market, but I guess since that it's called Burnt Market, that it must be maybe 50 to 100 years ago that the market burned. Sorry, scratch that. Anyways, I'm thinking that just, you know, continuing the parade there. And the party being all equipped and everything are just sort of heading towards the mage's or wizard's tower right about now. So let me have a little look at the mage's tower. Why do I keep calling it mage's tower? The wizard's tower. So they could either go up in Hex 3, where there's rumored to be a sort of lair. I forgot which, but it's good that I have my papers then. Whoopsie. Here. Ah, yeah. It's a Borg lair. That sounds a bit nasty. Down here, there is a dungeon. That's where the quaking court of the cockroach chalice lies. It's in this grassland hex down here. And then they could go up here. So. I'm thinking that by doing this, they're sort of helping the local watch, the guards and the guard captain, because they want to actually be able to. Is the tower going to be a threat in the future? Kind of close to the village. So yeah, I'm thinking that there might be. Maybe they're trying to gain some leverage in this town because they're sort of the disposition to the town is now neutral, and by doing some favors for the village, they might be in more favorable position in this disposition in the village of Burnt Market. So what we are doing is that we are going to by foot. They don't have any horses. They're by foot going in here. And one sec. Okie dokie. So the characters or the party is aware of the almost two. Are aware of the aware that what do you call it? The whereabouts of the dungeon, but they're not going there. But it's sort of, you know, this hex they're going into is mostly they're going into down to hex 4. It's mainly consisting of plains, grass, and whatnot. Here and there are forests and or groups of trees, and I'm thinking it's also might be a bit rocky area, perhaps. Although there might be farms in this area where the village is, but I'm thinking as they go outside here, it might be more sort of not exactly hill country, but you know, mixed terrain, but mostly plains of grass. Anyways, they're going here to Hex 4, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll an encounter die. They're traveling on foot, so to cross this hex, it will take approximately 3 hours. I'm intrigued to try something. I know I'm not playing Knave right now, but in Knave there are some travel procedures that I quite like. Which are really good for solo play, so I'm going to use the traveling rules of Knave. So travel speed. Player characters can move 1 6-mile hex, but yes, it's a 6-mile hex per watch. And a watch is 4 hours, actually. Up to 3 times per day. Each watch they travel after the third deals 1 direct damage to each. Yeah, we don't have that. Unless they succeed a con check. Speed is halved in darkness, difficult terrain, or severe weather, and doubled when riding. So, the party can spend a watch exploring the area of a 6-mile hex to reveal any areas of interest, such as an overgrown ruin, hidden pool, etc., that wouldn't else be noticed when passing through. Yes, do they want to do that? I don't think so. On a roll of 1. Oh, let's see here. I have this table. Stuff can happen. 6. That is free turn, no effect. So we just sort of pass through the hex. And yes. Okay. Do they know where this tower is? I'm thinking they have to search it. So okay, so they come into the next hex where the tower actually is, and I'm going to roll in no. It's a free turn again, luckily. So let me add up what that could be time-wise, because they are also going to look for the tower. So I'm just going to say that's one more 3 hours. They're not not adding it on top. But I'm going to say that they spent another 3 hours. So no, yeah, they used 3 hours to walk through the first hex and 3 hours to search for the tower. And so in all 6 hours has passed, and let's say it was sort of around noon when they left, so now it's around 6. And I said it's summer or spring, so if it's summer the sun might set a bit or go down a bit late. Yeah. Also, there's a weather table here. It's sort of cold for the season, and it mixed with a bit of rain, I guess. They find the tower. So, whoopsie. Here is where we get. Let me first of all roll on the gum table to see when they find the tower what happens, and then we can roll the tower. 16. difficult situation. Circumstances are not the expected. Something is different. Okay. And to interpret that, I need to go and have a look at how to roll up a mage's tower using the monster overhaul. As I said, I haven't tried this before. To roll a tower in here. So there's quite a bit of things we need to do. We need to get a piece of scrap paper. And we, of course, I'm thinking already that there is a wizard here. So let's roll up the wizard, shall we? Or should we roll the tower first, perhaps? Oh. No, oh, you know what? This is just a generic wizard's tower, so it's just a pre-made tower. I thought we're going to roll, but what we could do, we could use the encounters and magical treasures from this spot, but we're going to use the Sandbox Generator to roll up a tower. I think I actually rolled some of it. It was in X11. 4-level tower, 2 levels underground. So you can say 6 levels in all. Oh, and I also know the name of the wizard. I actually rolled that. The Tower of Trantor Flintwinch. Oh. But, okay. Nobody knows this. This is something we know. So, Trantor Flintwinch. Flintwinch. Closely spaced dark green eyes. Is known to be a dream reader. He has want of sleep. Oh my god. Sounds bad already. So we already rolled the number of levels. Level connection. Let me just draw a generic wizard's tower here. So if this is the ground floor, this is the side view. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then underground there's 1 and 2. Of course, the underground does not have to look like a tower. What did Scribbles? There's no underground in Scribbles. Yeah, so the levels here does not have to look like this. It could be more like a small dungeon area. So, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and -1. Okay. So Roll 1d12 once the whole tower. What? Once for the whole tower, or once per level. I could be funny once per level because I can see there's some different stuff. So let's roll from ground floor or first level up to second. A ladder. That is crazy. And from second up to third, another ladder. Oh my god. From third up to fourth. Spiral staircase. Deep. Drawing the... I don't know. This looks ugly. Okay. Should we maybe perhaps do a little attic? I don't know. From ground floor to first level. Spiral staircase. Wow. Yes. And to the last level, underground level. One. A regular staircase. Okay. Yep. Okie dokie. Outside appearance. 8. It's wood. Oh, wow. Wooden power. Shape. Round. So, wooden. Round. Tower. Oopsie. Details. I'm going to roll 1 detail for the outsides, and we get 12, which is banners. So some banners or something are hanging down the tower. Inside appearance, it's with banners, and inside it's moldy. Special equipment. A ventilation system. Special ventilation system. Okay. Roll on the 5 tables below to determine what each level of the tower is used for, depending on its position. Ground level. So level 1 is a sort of a shop / tavern. above ground levels. The first of them is a library. So that's why they have ladders here, because there's so many books. So library. Level 3 is music art room. Uh-huh. Okay. And the top level is... Oh, the top... There's a top level table here. A beacon. Okay, so it's like a lighthouse, sort of. Oh, it can send light out, okay. Interesting. In some way it can... Perhaps it's magical, perhaps it's just a fire. But I'm thinking it's magical. So there's a beacon up here, okay. So... underground levels and bottom level. So... First level underground is... Oops, wrong die. 11. Torture room! Oh my god. And... let me see. Bottom level is... magic portal. Oh. Okay. Cool, cool. So where does the... I'm guessing that he's sleeping. The wizard is sleeping in the music art room, so I'm going to draw a little bed here. So this is his relaxation room. Okay. So, in the distance, I'm thinking up on a hill. Perhaps hidden behind some scrawny trees, some dead trees. I see the silhouette of a wizard's tower. And question is the beacon lit? It's around 6 o'clock. But the soldiers, or the patrol, has seen some sort of activity. Perhaps they saw the beacon. Going to say that they saw the beacon. I'm going to ask, is the beacon lit? And I'm going to say that it's unlikely, because it's not so late yet. So it's -1. So that means it's no, and something else. The beacon is not lit, and it looks... The tower does actually look abandoned. They do not know that there's a... They do not know all this, of course. They've just... The adventurers just know that it's supposed to be empty. So, At first glance, the tower looks completely abandoned. No lights. I'm going to say no lights in any of the windows. Nothing. And I'm thinking that the banners that are hanging out there are sort of old and almost rotten because the insides is also sort of moldy. There's some sort of entrance here with a shop. Let's... Let's get some more details on our wizard. So... I'm going to say that he's either 4 HD or 6 HD. So 1, 2, 3 is 4 HD. He is 6 HD wizard. The wizard, whose name was Trantor Flintwinch, is HD 6. Oral of 7. Damage. If out of spells, 1d4 Pathetic Punch or 1d4 Mundane Missile thrown object. Each round, a wizard may cast one of the following spells. Low-level wizards may cast 1 and 2 spells per day. Mid-level wizards may cast 1 spell and twice per day and 3 spells. What? Mid-level wizards may cast spells 1 and twice per day and spells 3 and 4th once per day. No, okay, so it means seconds. First level twice per day and yeah, first and second level twice per day. What? It doesn't make sense. Anyways. Okay. Okay, then it just goes into some more details about how the wizard fights. Okay. There's a funny one here. Why is the wizard in the dungeon? Okay, 1d10. Why is the wizard in the dungeon? I'm going to roll on this table just for funs. Searching for rare potion ingredients. Does he have a familiar? I bet so. Torpid green lizard. Okay. Okay. So I rolled also 16, I remember that, on gum. Circumstances are not expected. Something is different. Yes. The tower looks, yes, abandoned. And okay, our adventurers are brave. They walk up close to the tower. I'm going to ask, has the wizard noticed them? And also a follow-up question. Yes, but... But what? But I think he does nothing at the moment. We haven't decided whether he is, what his alignment is. One. He's lawful. That doesn't mean that he's not trouble. Okay. So I'm thinking, since there's signs that at the front door that this used to be a wizard where you could come, like the former wizard who lived there or something, that this is signs of a shop. It sort of gives it away because I think there's a sort of doorbell or something. So I think that Dargobert, no, I think that perhaps our wizard, Zandor the Sleeper, says, I'm walking up, trying the doorbell. This is a wizard's matter. And then he sort of... Ding, ding. Does the wizard come out? No, but the door opens. Oh, no, but door opens. Is it I'm going to ask, is it a trap? No, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's not a trap. The door goes up by itself, like... Okay. I'm going to say that it's dark in there, so they need to light a lantern. Or the inside tower. I'm going to say that it's a lantern. Does anybody of them have a lantern? I haven't rolled equipment for... Actually, Dargobert got a lantern. So he's putting his oil into the lantern. Lighting up the lantern. And then see something that looks a bit like a shop / tavern. I think it... You know, when you go to the doctor, there's sort of waiting tables. And it's sort of like... sort of in a... It's not like a huge tavern, but you can sort of sit and maybe perhaps enjoy something while you wait for your wizard to help you with whatever you need a wizard help with. But Yeah. So there are signs of some tables and stools, and then there's this counter, I guess, in there, and behind the counter there are some ladders up. Okay. I'm going to roll the encounter die here. If, yes, let's see if I have an encounter. I do not, but I want to do something. I want to roll on the... gum table. Help me out a bit. NPC present. Someone helpful or with right knowledge. Indicated person. Okay, what I'm interpreting here, interpreting, is that the wizard comes climbing or maybe sliding down the stairs. And then he says, "Hello there!" And this is where we have to end for tonight, I guess. I've been recording for 2 hours and 7 minutes now. So it's starting to get somewhere, slowly but steadily. Yeah, so, but I have to, so that the video doesn't get too long, so we have to stop here, unfortunately. But it was a nice place to stop. See you next time. Bye bye.